afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be listening to us in the world. It is your Handwrite Podcast with your boy C-Ham, a.k.a. Cal L. And as always, with my brother by my side.
That boy DL. What's good?
Oh, man. He's going to be all right. As y'all can
right.
tell, we got some special guests in the house. Matter of fact, I'm going to just run it down to y'all real quick. Newtown, Sarasota raised, Booker High School alum, Florida State and University of Miami standouts, along with Tennessee State. Can't forget them. Yes, all right. Pro careers and now passing all that knowledge and experience on to the area youth. We'd like to welcome Baraka and Dumaka Atkins to the Handwrite Podcast.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all for having us. Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Yes.
It's been a long time coming, man. It's been a long time.
I've seen a few episodes, have be on the, in the chairs with y'all.
Well, we happy and blessed for y'all boys to be here, boy. We got these schedules together finally because everybody, got families and motion going, work, whatnot.
Like to say, life be life.
Thank God. Indeed, but death is death, and at the same time.
Yeah,
so happy to be here.
So let's keep living, indeed, man. So let's run down some stuff. Why don't y'all tell the people a little bit about yourself, man? And what y'all got running.
Dumaka Atkins, like you said, born and raised in Sarasota, 29th and Noble. The compound.
Repping the Q to the fullest.
You see what I'm saying? I'm actually an out of door elementary, Booker middle, Booker high alum. And I'm a Florida State bachelor's, Tennessee State master's, online American College Education master's. Currently in a doctoral program in ACE.
My man.
So, but I played a little bit of football.
Just a little bit. We talked about that before. We're going to get into that here in a minute.
I played a little bit of football. Did some other things growing up because I was too fat to play, like Redskins and youth leagues. But I'm appreciative for my journey.
My man.
Yeah, mine's similar in comparison, but I'm Baraka for everybody to be calling me Doom. Think I'm the little brother. I'm the big brother. but no, as I said, Booker High School, coming out of the academy. We got fortunate enough to scholarship at University of Miami, then drafted to the Seattle Seahawks. So I was from one end of the country to the other coast.
Right.
Was out there for a few years, then bounced around the league and finished with the Cowboys last is who I was with.
I think so.
Yeah, I think finished with the Cowboys last, and been back here in the Sarasota area. Been coaching and teaching is what I've been doing. It's funny, everybody's like, "What you do?" I say, "I'm BBC. I bake, barbecue, and coach." So that's my thing. What I do. Been enjoying doing that and raising my family and extended family of kids now that I have since I've been coaching and teaching.
Yeah. My man.
Yeah.
He coached too. He just was like you said, he hit a little bit of football, but that was just.
Yeah, I coach. I educate. Got a few certs from elementary all the way through high school. So I think my purpose is to pour back into kids. So so much of my life is focused on not only my clan but other people's children.
Well, before we get too far into that, man, I'm finna refer back to something we were talking about off camera here.
Okay.
Y'all football career. Now, you say you played a little bit of football. You said you played a little bit of football too, man.
Play high level football.
All of them played a whole bunch of football.
I want to If you look at the, go ahead.
But here's the thing. One of the things that surprised me, and y'all caught me off guard, is y'all didn't really start playing football like that until high school, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, how was that? Just
our dad had a plan. It's essentially what it was.
Thank you.
And we appreciate him for it. Like he said, he was too fat for Redskins, and I was too young for Redskins to play in my age group. I mean, too young for my weight class. So my dad said, we're not going to lose weight to play with your age, and we're not going to move you up to the older kids. So he said, we'll see them all when we get to high school. So with that, he put us into everything else. Like we said, we did karate. We did this. When I was at Out of Door Academy, I did volleyball, soccer, did track, did a bunch of other things to get me still have my athletic abilities increase to now see once I get to high school and see where it started. I mean, funny story is I started out as a quarterback when I first started playing football. That's where it started out for me, to eventually being on the defensive line.
Oh, man. And you?
Similar. Like we paralleled. It was just hot dog and hamburger. It was different sizes, but still the same problem.
Say hot dog and hamburger. I
Too
get
big.
it. It took me a minute, but I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was too wide. But it worked out. Like shout out Sensei Paul Ellis.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Karate over there in the stalls next to Berry Trailers. Shout out Coach Clark, Booker Middle basketball.
Coach Clark,
I did some soccer over at ODA. We were well rounded, I think. As
What was my name? What was the man name that trained me before I got into high school who died? Daddy friend. Him. Oh, I gotta think his name. Go ahead. I just thought about him.
Yeah. He was.
Yeah, it's fun. Like my dad once I was getting ready to go to play high school football. He knew I wasn't a quarterback, so he put me up with a friend of his who had played some football and was a defensive lineman. So I was learning defensive lineman off of 41 in a shell lot, like in cleats, in shell, in shells, and patches of grass.
I'm gonna be playing hot butter biscuit.
I can't. I'm looking at his face.
I'm telling you, I see his
UT.
face. Yeah, I see his face, but can't think of his name right now.
With Duck Davis' dad.
Yeah,
I'm looking at him.
But he started my foundation as a lineman, but more specifically as a defensive lineman. Yeah. Like I said, my dad had a plan, and it worked out for us, and we're appreciative for him and his vision.
But the fact that you guys didn't start playing organized football, like backyard football, we all play hot butter biscuit.
Hey, I don't want you to get too far. I played Lil Cow.
You played Redskins.
I played Lil Cow. Lil Cow 1 year.
I was just there baking in the sun on Saturdays. I was just there walking around.
We was the champs.
But
man.
the fact that y'all first time y'all played, second time you played organized, and your first time was in high school, and y'all both not only went D1, and played for great teams. Like, we biased. That we'll get to that later, but we all tornadoes. Everybody on this panel, tornadoes, second, third generation tornadoes.
That's what we call out first. We book the tornadoes first.
Like, at the end of the day, but the fact that the first time, or second time y'all played organized football, it led into not only playing on great teams at Booker, but it led to D1 scholarships to major universities. That in itself is crazy, and kudos to y'all for putting in that work and being on point. But that came from all the trading. Mr. Atkins, who put, and we gonna get in that later about
Fred Glossy with 2 Ds.
With 2 Ds. How they talk about their daddy, because where we from, we'll get into that. But how did y'all feel? Because obviously it was like a different atmosphere to go from not playing football every day to going to 2 days to playing football.
The old school tour days.
And we in Florida, so it's hot as hell where we from. Like, it's 100. It feel like 100 degrees damn near every day.
My complexion still ain't bounced back.
Mine too.
But it was real eye opening, especially for me. He, like I said, he went to Booker Middle for a short while middle school before he got to high school. I'm coming fresh out of Out-of-Door Academy. For those who don't know, Out-of-Door Academy is a private school, predominantly white. Great school. I love it for the foundation that they gave me in education as well as athletics. But going from Out-of-Door Academy to Booker High School in 1990. Back then it was an eye opener for me.
Say from kittens to dogs.
Yeah, luckily for sports is a great equalizer, man.
It is.
Sports is a great equalizer, and how they say it create bonds and ties, of a lot of different poverty levels, ethnicities, and all the rest of that stuff. Because man, I knew some neighborhood kids, but I didn't know them like that because I wasn't going to school with them.
Right.
But when I got to sports and playing football, basketball, doing track, doing weightlifting with them for all that time, I was able to gain some real good friends throughout the process. But I mean, it's a lot what I'm able to do now with coaching and telling these kids, because they look at me funny. My stops at Booker, Sarasota, and now at Venice, as far as cooking, like I didn't play till I got to high school, and they look at me like, what? And they know I went to the
same
NFL.
way I looked at you.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not about when you start, is the work that you putting in. Right. So it's a lot of that they have to do.
That's where everything. That's for everything. And we don't reference Fred with 2 D's, Glossy Atkins, a couple of times here. I'm gonna give him a shout out real quick. So Fred Glossy Atkins, the first Black mayor in Sarasota. And he's done a lot for the community and everything. I mean, he was pivotal in getting the rec rebuilt. He was pivotal with making a whole lot of change within the community, man. Y'all spoke about how, you know, as far as him having a plan, how was it growing up?
Hold on, before they start, and I didn't mean to cut you off, bro, but I want to say this. First of all, we from Sarasota, Florida.
SRQ, baby.
As we speak now, it's a Republican town. It's a red town. We're a red state.
Give them the backdrop.
It's called Newtown because it used to be called Overtown because it was segregated. The black folks stayed across the tracks in Overtown. The white people stayed on tracks on the other side of town. Overtown became Newtown. With that being said, it's always been a red county in a red state. I want to say this to say that their daddy, Mr. Fred 2 D's, Atkins, was the first Black mayor in Sarasota County. That in itself is a remarkable feat.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say that before that because I want to get the backdrop.
I'm glad you did,
and
man. I'm glad you did.
Newtown community of Sarasota, Florida is the second oldest currently Black community in the United States.
Really?
It was others that was older, but like Rosewood, Black Tulsa, they were destroyed. So as we speak right now, June 13th, 2026, Newtown, Sarasota is the second oldest currently Black community in the United States. And that's in Sarasota County, which has always been segregated. It even got a little bit better, but it's a Republican town in a Republican state. They daddy was the first Black mayor. I just want to say that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cheers to that, man.
I think, you know, and I wasn't around back then when it was occurring, but you know, you hear the war stories, you hear the stories of my father, and you hear the stories of Mr. Bryant and Dr. James and Flip Jackson, and you know, it's like those pioneers for the community that, you know, they had to sue the city to get this done, where we receive representation.
Right.
To kind of go through what we're currently going through in 2026, where they're basically repealing all of these landmark just ideas. It's tough, but we have a different perspective, and I'm appreciative for Newtown and Sarasota for, you know, educating me early. So I wanted to, you know, make sure that was a mention because it's important.
Yeah. Now, was that education enhanced because of y'all pop? You know, growing up with him.
No doubt. That's why I believe he were able to put us into Out of Door Academy to start the Education Foundation, just because we know the importance of education. And again, just going off the sports, because what we have been through most of our lives, student athletes. You got to be a student athlete in this if that's the route you want to go. So the education part got to come with it. But he made a plan for us, and like you say, growing up with him and his methodology was his, and he stayed the course. And even to this day, my name on Facebook is Baraka, the mayor's son, because no matter what I've done and who I am, oh, you Fred boy, you the mayor's son. Pretty much. And so that's how I get addressed a lot of times. But it's a good problem to have. I believe my dad was somebody. He was somebody respected and thought highly of.
Is.
Which, is in most circles, because I know some people he rubbed the wrong way. But
as we all do.
But yeah, it's
especially when y'all dad speak
thing.
on it.
Yeah. And but the thing I love about him, man. Well, every time I see him, he talk about Pop and everything. So,
that's because they were classmates, grew up together, and homeboys and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it kind of take me back, but no matter who you talk to in Sarasota, he has the same reputation. You have nobody has anything bad to say about Mr. Atkins.
Some of them got bad.
And if
stuff.
they do,
maybe
they
y'all heard. Maybe y'all
heard
spoke on
Red
it.
Cross.
Maybe y'all heard it.
So yeah.
Hey, nah,
I haven't heard. I done heard some
Listen.
slander.
It's some, it's
I
some
wanna
of
get
them
pulled over by some people.
Well, you know, I love you.
Pulled
I
over.
ain't trying to
Atkins.
switch sides
They
on
don't
you.
like some of these
But boy, look
Atkins.
here. Boy, I had to speak on this thing over
Yeah,
there.
like I think like anybody that does, that's impactful, people have an opinion of.
Exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I think that's expected and that's understood.
Yeah.
I also want to acknowledge our mothers, Luetho and
Oh,
Sheila
of course,
Atkins,
sure.
because they were a different kind of pillar for us. That was, I ain't gonna say opposite, but it was just different than my dad. My dad was tough. Like it wasn't sweet. Like he had a plan, but we had to work it.
But he grew up in segregation.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like his people from Ocala.
Yeah.
So like we
And it's still country and redneck in Ocala. Oh, Lord.
You say ain't nobody, everybody pigeon-toed in there.
Man, y'all mama strong women too,
I
though.
was say coming up behind my daddy name, but his mama, my mama, our grandmother,
Yeah.
my sisters who were
Correct.
athletic and gifted before us. It's a lineage of us that
Yeah.
you got to carry that name.
Like, here's the
you gotta-
thing. Do we call y'all like black royalty or Newtown royalty?
Yeah, we
Like, I ain't trying-
were just talking about that, but it is what
Like,
it is.
Mountains, that name means something.
Yeah,
Like,
it
them
does.
y'all Atkins, like, but y'all granddaddy, grandmama, granddaddy, great granddaddy, great granddaddy,
aunties,
aunties, and uncles.
everybody, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. You talking about royalty. Justin Hamilton, when he played in that Final Four with Haslam,
no.
they had on some black and blue. Was they KG?
Yeah, them
Yeah,
call your next.
them-
Oh, that's what we going to? Oh, we going to that?
When I saw that, I said, Mama, I gotta have
Well,
that.
listen, I got some of them too.
That's what we going to. That's what we going to. Show the picture that put the city on lock.
No,
We're buying play Florida State. Show the picture. Show the picture.
Hey,
Show the picture. No,
that
we
like
had to carry it, man.
and he
Listen,
and he came from Booker, and he, you know what I'm saying? Like you see people on the big stage,
You,
like
you,
man,
listen, no. You hear that? But everybody who talked to me like, "What's your teams?" I'm still a Florida Gators basketball fan. Like that's it. It's
Football Hurricanes.
football Hurricanes, but everything like I'm Florida Gators
Show
basketball
the
fan.
picture. But boy, this thing here, but just like they said, boy, when them boys here, this picture right here, when y'all played against each other, boy, the city was proud. When Sam Shields
yeah,
won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
when Justin started in Final Four, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's man, we Sarasota, Newtown, SRQ. Like when somebody from home team win, it don't matter what school you went to.
Ain't
Now we
matter.
biased because we talk natives.
yeah.
True.
But
Yes.
boy, you can go with Sarasota, you could go to Riverview, you can go to Venice.
It's always love.
It's always love.
Yeah,
Boy,
yeah,
you from
yeah,
the
yeah,
911 SRQ. And boy, this moment here, man, y'all talk about this moment right here. Cause boy, when I tell you, y'all know, cause ABC, ESPN, everybody was talking about it. The Broncos playing against.
Sisters got interviewed.
Yeah.
It was all. It was,
But
it
boy,
was a big
for
thing.
SRQ, and people don't understand, it's a lot of talent come through Sarasota, Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But talk about this moment right here, man. Talk about this picture right here.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna start first just because I'm coming from a different spot. But like, man, when it finally occurred, like, cause I was the one. Rock started at Miami redshirt freshman year. I wasn't touching the field barely my redshirt freshman year. So it took a while for me to get really on the field for it to be, you know, what everybody was talking about. So by his senior year was my redshirt sophomore year, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, like I'm out there now. Like, I'm nice.
Yeah.
I ain't the best, but I'm nice. But to see like
Should've
my
been out
sister,
there more.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to see my sister Carol and Elijah on like the cover of the Herald Tribune, and then like me and Rock was on the cover of USA Today.
That's what.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was surreal. I would say that, and I'm trying to recall things in a respectful manner, but like I was like amped. You know what I'm saying? I was man, what?
But that picture was everywhere.
Like,
And then we had the t-shirts. The t-shirt. I forget who the t-shirt lady was up there, at Bruh Lance, like in Bruh Lance little strip. But like she had a picture of me and you. We was wearing like tank tops.
Tank top, yeah. I had one black one, yeah, and white one.
Yeah, like those and them on that.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, man, it was a great time, and I was just thankful for the moment, not only for us, but like for my sisters and my parents and my grandmothers. Like, you know, they can appreciate. They didn't travel. You know what I'm saying? But they watched us on TV and they heard them people tell our names the wrong way and all that. Dumaka, like all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was a great feeling, man. It's still nostalgic.
Yeah, like that moment, I didn't realize the magnification of it at the time, the magnitude of it at the time. Cause I'm young, college, just hanging out. Like, that's me and my brother. Like, it is. They caught us in that moment, having a picture, being on the paper. You know, that was something, but then it was just the fun and joy of football at that time. And then our family being able to enjoy it, the community, the neighborhood was able to enjoy our coaches. You know, Coach Fred, Coach Sherm, and everybody that helped get us to this point, like, was able to, I think they probably enjoyed it more at that time than I did. Like now, oh man, I'm doing something we're gonna talk about later with the whole NIL stuff. But like, yeah, I did some things. Like, we've been in some places. But no, man, it is definitely something I was humble and appreciative of, and it's just fun going back to that game and my teammates messing with me going against him, and then his teammates messing with me like, because I was on the outside, and so his tackles was messing with me, and my tackles was messing with him because he was center. So it was fun, man.
It was wild.
It was fun.
I ain't gonna say the wildest, but one of the memorable pieces was when we flew into Miami International. And y'all had a billboard, fool. It was like you, Greg Olsen.
Yeah, like I said, talk about NIL. I was talking on a billboard. Like, we finna get that.
Brandon
all that.
Yeah. Like,
the whole squad.
No, it was just 5 of them. It was only 5.
Your brother on there.
And Rock got the fake sweat looking serious. And all my teammates like, boy,
they had a real photo
shoot, bro.
Had a field roll.
And we riding in the buses like, hey, that's I just looked down at my TV player.
Y'all play home then.
That was in Miami. That was Miami. And then up to Florida State in that rain. You weren't at that. You weren't that in.
No,
you there for?
No, me and Daddy went to the rain game.
You was there, but you weren't playing.
I was in high school.
I
was in high school. The soak at dope.
Yeah.
That's what they called it.
You was chasing Ricks around.
Yeah. Chasing, I got him, I think, that game too.
You got like a second and a half, didn't you?
Funny story about that one. Me and Daddy got back to the car after that game, and my shoes were so wet. I was trying to like squeeze them out. Dad said, just leave them. I roll home with no shoes.
And boy, that's something y'all daddy would say, wouldn't it?
Hey, just leave.
We get some more.
No. He wasn't ready to get some more, but we'll find some more.
They that wet.
They that wet.
And there was a dope at the soak that year.
Oh man, so y'all was talking about the lady printing T-shirts and everything, the billboards, all that stuff with y'all faces on it, man. Now we're finna get into what you was talking about, that NIL, man. It's a different time when y'all played.
Yes.
You know, so now on the other side of it, with y'all being mentors and coaches and everything like that, how do y'all feel about the NIL?
I love that they're getting paid. Like I'm thankful that them dudes is getting something close to what they're worth to these universities, to these institutions, to these businesses that have been using the veil of a free education for so long, like for decades. And I'm just thankful. Get as much money as you can from them folks while your body is still good, man.
Some of them ain't leaving college because they making so much money.
What gets me is the same people, like especially the coaches or ex-coaches, like Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban's a big
who went in front of Congress.
Yeah.
But what gets me is you sit there and talk bad about it, but yet you getting paid off the money off their blood, sweat, and tears. So they can get money, you can get paid off their back. But when they have control, remember when you transfer, you got to sit out a year?
Yeah.
Or if you're getting into it with your coach, they trying to hold that over your head. Oh, we'll take your scholarship away and you could lose a year and you got to sit out a year and all that. So it's okay for y'all to get paid the money off their play. But when it's time for them to get paid off their play, it's an issue.
See, now I ain't as gung-ho as y'all seem to be about it, guess it's the Libra in me. Weighing both things right now. But I am definitely for them getting some funds.
Right.
They are. I think it is deservingly so. There's a big pie, a big spread that the athletes have been able to get a part of, legally for a very long time. But what I think happens is there is no control, not to say control, but there's no
safeguards
or no structure.
No safe structure is the word. There's no structure to how it goes. And cap is another word, because what is run now is pretty much like an NFL. It's not just collegiate sports, it's entertainment. They are now getting paid like entertainers. Yeah. When you're in the NFL, you get an entertainer's check. That's what you are.
That's what you get taxed at.
Yeah, that's what you get taxed at. So like that's kind of where I feel it is. And safeguards for them as I think will be better. And then also, I'm sorry, when you are 24 getting the NFL money,
right,
you still ain't making the right decisions.
Right.
And now you trying to tell me at 17, 18, 19, 20, you gonna make right decisions is a hard no for me.
Make it 500.
You know what I'm saying? And then unfortunately, most of them who look like us, who are getting that money, don't have a good financial structure of how to handle that money. Mm-hmm. Something that I feel strongly about, trying to figure out how I could get into that, of being mentor and coaching for athletes, but also the parents. So I think it needs to be some structure in that, and then also to save coaches in a sense.
Right.
Because I have aspirations of being a collegiate coach at some point.
Because both of y'all coach.
And how that works now, man, a lot of players are getting paid more than coaches. Not saying that's not fair, that's not what it's worth. But on the other side of it, a coach is putting their all into getting these kids and doing those different things and promising X amount of money for this kid to up and leave when he ain't get this playing time they want to ain't get enough balls.
Transfer portal.
and then if they don't produce, the coach will get fired because we spent all this money on this kid and now you can't get him produced. Right. But now this kid might have got these millions of dollars, $100,000, and is chilling.
And he ain't trying to.
And he ain't working no more like he was to get there.
Yeah.
So I think it's a middle ground that needs to be met somewhere in the near future before it get out of hand.
I agree on the middle ground, but I'm gonna give you a different side of that same spectrum where my offensive line coaches, Jimmy Higgins, Mark McHale, Rick Trickett, Russ Ernfield, Cedric Williams. I was only in college for 5.5 seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like 6 years, 6 seasons, but 5.5 years. So in that same breath,
that Randy Watson.
these people are able to ebb and flow. Whereas after my freshman year, when I went to Florida State, because they had a black O-line coach, because he was like one of less than 5 in the Power 5 country at the time, and he's gone in 6 months. I should have been able to get my black ass up out of that train.
But that's one thing I agree on. I agree on that.
Because that was my struggle was when Coach Higgins left. I'm like, man, I'm finna holler at Rock them and try and get down south. And
I agree on that.
You're trying to come down south?
When I heard like Coach Higgins had a swan song at that bowl game, and I'm like, oh, he leaving? So you know what I'm saying? You start looking around like, bro, ain't nobody there to protect me. You know what I'm saying? Like how this guy recruited me and all the rest of that stuff. So I was just on some, let me reach back out. But to get to Miami at the time, I had to sit out 2 years. My brother would have done graduate.
That's something I don't agree with what happened back then, but that I agree with now. If a kid is able to transfer and move on, they should be able to play. Because a coach don't have to. A coach can go from one SEC school right to the same conference and be able to coach no break. So why the kid can't? You
Especially when you done recruited, like, I'm gonna be here.
Again, like I said, there needs to be a middle ground. But again, I don't know who's having these arguments and discussions and debates on what's what. Yeah. But I hope they talking to some players and and coaches who can make that decision.
Yeah. Especially because of the fact some players after college, that's it for football.
Yeah, that's me. That's my story. I didn't get a dime from football outside of college.
So they have a chance to take care of themselves, take care of their family, and then people be like, oh, well, they're getting a full ride. It's people that get full rides for science, and ain't no science fair selling out no 80,000 tickets and seats. And
Listen.
like, you understand? And then the
And
coaches,
this year at the science fair,
right?
we got
And then the coaches getting 8, 10, 9, 10 million a year off the players' back.
Right.
Man, some of the realest shit I heard about like sales and college players getting money. Chris Webber was like, I had the #1 selling jersey. Boy, me and Justin both had Chris Webber jerseys.
He couldn't buy his own.
He couldn't afford to buy his own jersey.
Is it
I
true?
remember that.
Man, and something like that too. We talk about if in this day and age, if I was to go to college and have the accolades I had going in, being a top defensive lineman in the state, being this in the country, going to University of Miami. Miami paying right now.
Right. Top
Big up.
5.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Top 5. I'm a Hurricane.
Doing that, and like my brother said earlier, being on the billboard, being in USA Today. Kids, if y'all play college, I was an impact player on that as a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
So,
I
you know what I'm
remember
saying?
that, yeah.
So, like, having all those things, my earnings that I probably would have made in college would be more than what I made in the NFL.
Yep, that's what I was
I mean,
saying. Some of them
it's the truth.
stay in college, just they don't
It's
even
the
enter the
truth.
draft.
In the time frame that is, even if I went to the NFL, if I spent my 3-4 years in college going to the NFL now, I still probably would have made more because I was in the NFL for 3 years, but moved around for a total of 7. But I probably made more money in college.
But if you put that same dollar amount, if you put the same dollar amount I was worth, I like what they call valuation
Yeah.
from 04, let's say to 08. The housing market had already crashed. If you give me what I was worth from 04 to 08,
Man, I have.
my family ain't worried. They ain't worried about nothing.
Why I got 3 or 4 properties?
Yeah.
I done paid cash money.
Hey.
Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was on that then, but I was getting my
And then what
freshman year.
what
my
these
freshman
kids
year,
do? Listen, I don't know if I'd have been at Miami for all 4 years if they would have been able to bid on
Hey,
me
I
back
ain't been
then.
I'm going there. Y'all give me 400,000. I'm going
my
there.
freshman check, SunTrust account, you used to get $237 a month.
Mm-hmm.
After they paid the room and board, it was a $237.
Yeah, a little piece of check for you.
Now here's the thing.
Eat that up.
We showed y'all the picture.
That was
He
it.
He went to Florida State. He went to Miami. Miami got the top 5 highest NIL
right now.
going right now.
Mhm.
Y'all in the top 25. Florida State in the top 25. So
It's close
back
to 30
then,
years.
you would have easily both, and especially the position y'all played, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 a year for 4 years.
No. Miami D line is probably averaging 900,000 right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Sheesh.
So at least 150, 200,000 a piece.
No,
Wait, no. Each
No.
one of them get 900,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
That's what I was saying.
The starting listen, the backup is probably getting 700 this year.
And he ain't even seen the field.
He ain't a starter. But he can probably get
offensive
700.
So you
get a
play
couple
4
hundred.
years,
Yeah.
you can make sure you straight, your mom and them straight, and then when you graduate college, you ain't got no debt, you got a house, and you got a car, and you got a mean little chunk in the bank.
Yeah.
And a degree.
And a degree.
And bam.
Yeah.
And you know what
Because that would have changed. He came out masters. I got 2 degrees from Miami.
Of course.
Like,
Boy, y'all come from a
it's-
family of
it's what would've
scholars.
happened,
Yeah,
man.
Y'all come from a family of scholars.
Because that was things like when you do what they're telling you to do. I went to class. I went,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I didn't miss workouts. I wasn't late to nothing.
Right.
But it, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things happen where, hey, this is your story. This is somebody else's story. That ain't none of my business.
Go ahead, bro.
No,
Go ahead.
But just on the other side of it is, I'm not a proponent of everything has to be fair, everything has to be equitable, but it got to make sense.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if this university is getting tens of millions of dollars off of these athletes, and these athletes can't afford to get their parents to the game. I got teammates like their parents, the first game they came to was senior night at Florida State.
Damn.
Wow.
Like not yet, like that's a real thing. Like shout out Jackie Claude. Like, nah, these dudes, like it is what it is. But when you look back and like, bro, they took advantage of us. And it was like, and we did better off than them dudes in the 90s, better than them dudes in the 80s.
Right.
Dudes in the 70s, they got hurt. It was over.
Oh yeah, it wasn't no reconstructive
You know what I'm
surgery.
saying?
You coming
Like,
back. You blew a knee, tore ACL. It was over.
Yeah.
A bad hamstring, it might have been over.
You look, even for our dad who
Turf
got
toe.
hurt,
Yeah.
got hurt back when he was playing, because his career could have been probably extended along if it was better surgery, better technology back then because he was a hell of a player in football as well.
Yeah,
No, I just wanted to
I've
say,
heard
like,
stories about it.
yeah, raw. No, I just wanted to say, like, the situation is crazy because at the end of the day, you walk away with degrees, and that's a great thing because that piece of paper works wonders. Matter of fact, I'm the only one on the panel right now that ain't got a degree. It ain't got no shame in it. I live good. As you see, I live how I look good.
Doing quite well.
But like what y'all was saying was, like when Justin messed around, that his freshman year, he went to the finals for Final Four starting. Agent was like, "Oh, you need to go for the draft." My dad is like, "No, he needs his degree." Because at the end of the day, he can get hurt and he can't play not there another day. But he got that college degree.
Yeah.
And y'all know how important that college degree is. You stayed 4 years. Like that college degree, that piece of paper mean everything.
Telling these kids now how important that is, and it's coming from somebody who's been there. I say, listen, if I got 100 kids in this program, most of y'all ain't gonna make it.
Right.
To Division I or to college at all. Yeah. But then for those, is a smaller percentage that's gonna make it to the NFL. But what you need to do is be a upstanding citizen, hopefully a good role model, a good young adult and man to be that for the rest of your life. And hopefully back in with an education for whatever you're gonna do in the rest of your life. I tell kids now, I wish I'd have did the STC thing where you want to go get a trade and all that stuff. Right. Like, cause listen, that'll last you longer than the NFL career.
But plumbing,
it will.
Yeah. All that shit.
Like the HVAC, all that stuff is for real. Like, so if you're able to do that and get the sports and education, like you got a leg up on the competition.
How did it feel getting drafted?
Oh man, that was a lot of moments, man, for our life, just what we've been through. But that was definitely a big one. That was a big one, man. It was a day 2 thing. We was ready day 1 because
y'all had a great year that year.
I can tell y'all a story off camera about how close I was to being a Buck. Like I was this close to being a Buck.
Don't tell that nigga that.
But yes, some things happening, and it is what it is. But I ended up going 4th round, man, and it was nervous. It was exciting. Family was we were just up for the moment. And it's a picture that we have. I'm on the phone with the heads and GMs and head coaches at Seattle, and I think I got on a Miami shirt and Florida State shorts for his, and I'm standing outside. I'm standing out on the phone talking to these people, and it was a moment that was shared. That I was fortunate to have.
Cause you was dressed on first day.
Like I had a little something else first day.
Yeah, first day.
Boy, y'all did good, and you were raw that last year, boy.
Yeah, man. So but it was a blessing, man. Cause like I said, a lot of people don't make it to the NFL, whether it's drafted or undrafted. However you get there. To be able to be called name get called on TV. Like it was funny because I remember I was outside when my name got called because my sisters everybody else was still in the house. And they came running out the door when it happened. I had to go back in so I could see it. But man, it was a blessing, man. I can't say I'm humbled still by the opportunity that I was given.
Right.
Let me ask y'all something. Okay. We tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
Y'all daddy's first black mayor. And it's only been a couple black mayors in the history of Sarasota County, so it ain't like it's a whole heap. But y'all daddy was the first in the late 80s, early 90s. Like,
pioneer for it.
Yeah. We come from Booker Nation. A lot of great Coach Rouse, Coach Gilmore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coach Johnson. The list go on and on of the influential coaches in Sarasota. And then, it's like Coach Sprague and Coach, like it's a whole bunch, like Riverview, Sarasota, like across the board, home team is home team. What made you guys turn it around and be like, you know what, let's give back, let's be educators and teach, because both y'all teachers and educators, also y'all head coaches, been head coaches and y'all still coaching. Like, what motivated y'all for that?
I think it was the examples in front of us. My dad used to say something like, I'm probably gonna mess it up, but like, do as much as you can for as many people as you can, as long as you can.
But see, that's that politician tone. That's that Newtown tone.
And like that kind of stuck with me.
Makes sense.
And
it's on point.
Like my grandmother was always an example of taking care of the neighborhood and taking care of the family. You know, family is more important than everything.
Had a bunch of foster kids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the example. My other Grandma May, like she's the matriarch of her group. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's certain instances where you just following the examples that was set in front of you, and it just so happened that education and coaching worked out for me because that's what I was used to. I was going to school every day and I was going to practice every day. You know, I did that for 10 years. So when I stopped doing that for 10 years, you know, 4 years in high school, 6 years, 5.5 years in college, what you gonna do day one when you ain't supposed to be doing that every day? I started teaching back in education. I started coaching. So, you know, it's like that's, you know, it's like that's my story. And I've been doing that for the last 15, 16 years.
All right.
Yeah, mine not too far from that. Like I said, it's definitely those who have passed it on and just what's been instilled in us from kids to now to this point. But when I got done, I was professional. I had been working out and doing football. So when I came back here, the group of men who helped lead me, Coach Fred, Sherm, my brother, as well as Riles, and who else was over at Sarasota at the time? Was that it from Booker?
Cantrell.
Cantrell. Yeah, shout out to Cantrell. Was at Sarasota. And I didn't really know the crew at Booker at the time. Again, I still rock, celebrate Booker and everything, but the men that I knew was at Sarasota. So I was going over there working out and then just pouring back into those kids that were there. And then I was there every day. And it was like, well, Rock, man, you here every day. Why don't you coach? So it's like, all right, I'll coach. Y'all whispering in the middle
I know, right?
Talk, man.
I'm with you, man.
I started doing that first, and then it went from why don't you
breathe? It ain't my. Excuse me.
So from see, this is why they think he the big
I know,
brother.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
But yeah, so I started coaching more, and then at admin, people seeing I was good with the kids, like, oh man, you here all the time, why don't you sub? So I started substitute teaching. And then I was good in there. Again, my mom is a career teacher, so I had that instilled. My sister was a teacher at me, Booker. So I did that. And then it's like, well, you good with the kids, like, we got a long-term sub, do this. So I was a long-term sub for half a year at Sarasota. And then it's like, well, man, you doing all this, you might as well get all the benefits that come with it, get a little more money, get the benefits, and might get your cert, become a teacher. So that's how I became a teacher. My mom, like I say, so it's been in us, and not only I enjoyed it. I grew that passion and love for pouring back into these kids and understanding that the education part came from as well. Like, so being a coach for me, you need eyes on these kids, these teenagers at all times. So being on campus is a big thing for me. That's why now I'm down at Venice High School teaching geometry, and I'm not just a PE teacher. I ain't a dumb job, so I can do more.
Say hand out kickballs.
But I ain't doing that.
But
So,
that paperwork,
right? So I was on campus more to stand in the hallway and be like, hey man, get to class on time. Hey man, like I see you, or I go talk to their teacher directly. So they understand the model they need to follow, and I go there suited and booted, every day, so they see me in a different light, and then they see Mr. Atkins, then they see Coach Rock, and so that's what got me into it, and so that's how I've been teaching, like I say, and getting into it, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I enjoy it. I take my teaching competitively too. I toot my own horn. I think I was in geometry this past year on the on level. I ain't teaching honors kids, but I had the highest passing rate of the on-level kids for the geometry EOC. So I put it to my kids, like, listen, I want to be at the top of the list when it's happening because I understand the importance of it. But all that time, I ain't been able to barbecue like I want to. So
you gotta get something together.
Because if you think about it, Friday, what I'm doing Friday night? Coaching, right? The game. Ain't finna get up and do that Saturday morning,
right? Because you gotta prep the meat and you gotta pre-cook and
got clean, do all that stuff, and then I ain't gonna have it ready by 11, 12 o'clock like these people want,
right?
And you out there with the Seminoles,
right? Yeah,
without even coaching your kids.
I started doing the Seminoles. So I started doing the Seminoles too. Shout out Chris Hanna, been keeping me out there for years too. D coordinator, we doing our thing with 12U. So then it come to Sunday, well, I got 3 kids. My kids need some time. God needs some time.
Damn.
And then we got to get ready for the next week.
Damn.
So like that.
And it comes
that
like
time,
this.
Yeah, that time it runs
And
run
so
down
24
on
hours in a day.
you.
He said that to say this. So y'all already know I'm Pitmaster Ham. But also, my brother nice on that grill.
Chef
but these
Ham.
boys right here, they still got the trailer.
Hey,
And they've been known to drop some bad barbecue. So we've been talking about doing like, a little, for Newtown again. You guys don't, and people in the world, the 96 countries we strong in, and the thousands of viewers we got on YouTube. But where we from, again, it's the second oldest current Black community in the United States. We from Newtown Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Barbecue Sears.
Oh, there's a lot of pitmasters.
Them,
A lot of self.
them boys got a name for themselves out there in the barbecue world. So we try to do a little, barbecue contest with, all the little, with everybody who say they can. If you nice on that grill, because everybody who think they nice on their grill, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
nah.
But it's some people that's nice on that grill. So we trying to do a little thing. But boy, them Atkins brothers, not only they heavy in coaching and football and in politics. But boy, them Atkins boys known for that barbecue.
And we can't forget Chef.
I was about to say,
Chef,
because Compound Chef is
Chef
3 of us.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
three
right.
of 'em?
That's our other brother.
That's the compound cute.
Yeah, that's the 3. It's
He
3.
a cousin, but
What he
that's
do
our
with
brother.
seasoning or everything?
He a chef.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a
okay.
chef.
chef.
He's a chef.
So,
I'm
he's
the
trained,
5.
all the rest
Yeah,
of
I'm
that
the
stuff.
5.
What you do? What you do?
I made the rub.
I'm the 5
You the
guy.
seasoning, you the 5.
It's a home rub.
Yeah, shout out Lamar Brown.
Teddy
Yeah, like
make sure it's right. He do the size and maybe like
layers of flavor.
Yeah,
and
we
all
both
of
do that.
Hey, but what we gonna make that happen. We gonna have a battle of the Q and the SRQ.
Yeah,
Good boy. I was staying on the side of the state and I came home and heard, boy, the Mac Dumaka and Brock, boy, they real. What
We
you
had a
mean?
moment. We had a
And,
moment.
boy, I'm like, I felt like Avon off the wire. He got my colas.
man.
So we gonna make something happen, man. Like, boy, that's the thing. Like, jack of all trades, but we gonna make it do for the city. And that's the thing. Where we from, it show love. Like, we about the city. We about
Absolutely.
SRQ, 941, Sarasota. Like, you know what I'm saying?
County, it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't
Pull up.
matter. All day, every day. Y'all doing the school, like y'all giving back, like that's something great. And then
Appreciate
like the coaching, like we from a town where I ain't gonna call it segregated, but it's across the tracks. It's called across the tracks for a reason. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Newtown is on one side of the tracks, the other town is on the, and it ain't segregated like it. It ain't in the heat of the night, Sparta, Mississippi, like it used to be. But
In the heat of the night, going out,
I would tell you, when he said that, I saw it at Nana House on 24th Street
on
on
a TV
a
show.
TV.
Yeah,
boy,
TV.
we across the tracks.
looking static like
In the heat of the night.
Oh man, talking about static, I'm cutting this up real quick.
No, come on.
So one of the Miami Hurricanes pages, the football page, had doing a countdown from 100 days down to kickoff of football, and they used me with my number 98 days. And they ran a bunch of clips and highlights from it. Man, the picture was so grainy, and looking at it like, dog, that's what we was looking at back then.
Yeah.
But then they sent me on another trip like, dog, I don't remember that because I don't have them highlight clips from back when I was playing and stuff like that as readily available as some of the newer stuff. I'm like, okay, like you say, like there were some moments I had. I did some things.
Nice.
No,
Y'all both did. I'm telling you. Boy, that picture we
Shout out
showed
to Miami and their page for doing that. I appreciate it. It was a moment for me.
Boy, that picture we showed y'all earlier, that was big for the city. Y'all know that was big for y'all was all over. Like, that was big. And it wasn't just big for SRQ and 941 in Sarasota, Florida. That thing was huge. You know how they do, like, when Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey play against each other?
Yeah.
And at that time, Miami and Florida State, both teams was raw. That's one of the top college rivalries. And again, where we from, it might be small, but every rich person retired here. Ringling Brothers and Barley Bandit Circus from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a red state and it's a lot of talent from, it don't matter if you a football player, a basketball player, American Idol, it don't matter where you is. SRQ represent a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And since we was talking about coaching,
I deviate.
No, man, you good, dog.
and we always give our hats off because people that coach, it's a thankless job, like teaching. That you both y'all educators and coaches. It's a thankless job. It don't pay like it's supposed to, and you doing it because you want to and you love it compared to what you expect out of compensation. With that being said, dealing with kids and kids this generation is just different from other kids. Like case in point, a new Toy Story movie coming out. It's the Woody and them, the toys versus the iPad.
Yeah, that's real life.
Kids nowadays on some other stuff. What are struggle meals that we think are delicious in 2026? That if we fed our kids, they'll look at us like, damn, we broke it in a bitch. Or like, damn,
to the top 5. Yeah, we jumped to the top 5.
Yeah, we can jump in the top 5.
All right, well, there it is, man.
What's the top 5 struggle meals that kids nowadays would turn their frown up and be like, oh, I ain't eating that. But we'd be like, boy, that's good in a bitch.
Man, I got a couple I can go off real. Shout out to Glassy, our grandmother. Something we call Nana bread. Uh-oh. It was essentially.
Yeah. Look at it. It touched his soul, didn't it?
I can't even tell you what
I can see it. I can smell it.
It's in your nostrils.
Essentially, what it is, it's like a fried piece of cornbread. Like she mixed the batter, drop it into a cast iron skillet, fried up, flip it like a whole cake. Yeah. Get it to you. We put a little syrup on that thing, and we good to go.
You like it ain't breakfast, it ain't lunch.
It's whatever.
It's whatever.
It's whatever she makes.
It's
that
good.
Nana bread.
Nah, that's
not my mom biscuits. Not my mom biscuits.
But I got another one. I can spit out real quick. Something called Deli Squillon. My mama named it that. You know how we got Target, call it Tarjay to make it sound fancy. So that's what Deli Squillon is, the fancy way of saying beans and weenies over some rice. Hey, but that right there,
you said that earlier.
I'll ask for that meal right now and be good.
Yeah.
Give me a piece of cornbread and I'll be all right. I don't need nothing with it.
But he done brought back memories. I tear that shit up too.
Yeah, like. Nah, you in the ballpark with them. Like I'm trying to think of like my kids don't eat vegetables like you know what I'm saying? Like we
had not had to, but we did.
Yeah, we ate vegetables because that's what got you full. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that was the filler. So
and that's what get you big and strong. That's what we told you. That Popeye shit.
We was eating vegetables.
Yeah.
With every meal.
Even if you didn't like it.
It wasn't nothing else coming. So like,
you had no choice.
My struggle meals like
that's a main course.
I think like the biggest struggle is like not having a choice of what you finna eat. Like if you don't eat this, you're going to bed hungry, and you ain't getting nothing until you know what I'm saying. Like so, I think one of the biggest struggles would be eating what's on your plate, and then the other thing is like we had. I can vividly remember like going to McDonald's for a treat. Like that was a treat in my house. Right? So you know what I'm saying? Like
Friday night?
Yeah, you ain't
Happy Meal?
Yeah, like getting
I can count how many Happy Meals I had in my lifetime.
Yeah, like that was a thing. So
my kids, my bad.
Yeah, like fast food is you know what I'm saying? Like putting that to being a treat would I guess I'm on the wrong side of what y'all asking, but like I can remember like fast food being a treat, and that was like something special. You had to work to that. You know what I'm saying? Like
good grades.
What that report card is like.
When you talk about struggle meals, I would take you back to any year in the 90s at Glossy Atkins House, 1711 24th Street. Nana go get some mystery meat out of that freezer, that deep freezer, and put some rice to it
and make it happen. Hey, boy, be good in a bit.
Like that was the meal for everybody. If you came in from Miami, you came in from Jackson.
We know we were struggling, so we got to think about what a struggle is. We know it's like this was a meal.
This is what we eat.
It's good.
It's good.
It's what everybody eat. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, oh, my mama brought me. No, we all eating this rice and mystery meat.
And that's what made me ask about my kid be like, a struggle? What you mean a struggle meal? But that thing good in the bit right now. Like, and I can get what we all can get right now. You get whatever. But what y'all call struggle meals We call good eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got? What y'all got for a struggle?
Well,
meal?
I'm gonna run down a couple of them real quick. An egg sandwich.
Hell yeah, boy, Pop made the best egg sandwich. That's why I really don't eat them no more, because he ain't around to cook them.
Now I ate an egg sandwich the other night.
What? I
Got up in the
me
middle of the
too.
night,
I
scrambled
love
the
it.
egg,
Yeah.
put in between
Oh,
two
I
pieces of
still
bread.
mess it up. But I'm just saying, a bologna sandwich, a fried bologna sandwich too.
Bam, fried bologna's on there.
With the red around
That was-
it.
that was my sister.
Yeah,
That
you
was
gotta
my
get the
sister.
you gotta get the ring right.
My
Now here's the
sister's a
thing:
kid.
I can't eat
Kid.
regular bologna.
Yeah.
Like I can't eat a bologna.
Oh no,
sandwich.
hell no. That
But
thing
you
give
but
me
you
bubble gum.
fried.
Make it
Or
puff up.
barbecue.
Yeah, when it
and that
puff
thing
up,
bubble
cut
up.
that little
That
skin
thing-
in
So it lay flat.
That thing bubble up.
it. Yeah, that and this you say it ain't really a struggle meal no more because it costs so much. Chitlins.
Yeah, it's $50 a pound.
Yeah, so it's a struggle to pay for
Like
them.
you said, it was
That's just
painful.
like, they raised the price on oxtails because we like it so
Everything.
much now.
Man,
Oxtails,
They raised-
I
big
said
balls.
do that much.
It don't matter what it was.
Yeah.
You can get $2-3. Oh, people eat. It's a delicacy now.
yep.
Yeah.
So since when oxtails was delicacy and neck bones and all that?
Because we want it now.
Yeah, and y'all know people gonna pay for it. So now all of a
Spare
sudden-
ribs.
Spare rib, bam.
Yeah.
Beef or pork.
Everything.
Y'all wanted baby back ribs. We'll
Yeah,
take the spare ribs, but now
that's what they wanted.
They wanted baby
They
back.
wanted the baby back. We don't
Yeah,
mess
eat
with
baby
baby.
back
Ain't no
ribs.
meat on that. We want the pork or the beef.
We need a little bit fat.
Yeah,
Juicy.
yeah.
Y'all want
That way give it that flavor.
Yeah, with that money flap.
But I got a whole bunch. Hamburger
What you got?
helper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Sloppy Joe.
Man, I just
Listen,
made sloppy Joe the other
Yeah,
night.
he messed it up. But the kids be like,
I'm gonna tell you, my oldest son, he got into noodles. You know what I'm saying?
them
Like,
kids
oh,
eat
man,
noodles
ramen
like
noodles.
we
you know what
would,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Boy, them kids,
Yeah,
man,
they eat
Yeah,
them. That's a good meal for them.
I
They like
cook
that.
steak and the kids eat noodles. I want what?
A
Yeah.
couple recently I done had. I'm talking about in the last 2 weeks. I had me a fried spam sandwich. And
They say spam.
but another one I think kids don't eat like I thought was good and still think good. I eat to this day is oatmeal.
Oh hell
Like,
yeah, oatmeal,
Listen, oatmeal.
especially
that-
apple cinnamon.
That's my go-to breakfast.
Oh, of
like,
course.
give me some
Some butter
oatmeal.
on there.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try
butter,
with
throw
one.
some fruits and berries. That man.
I'm gonna
like,
tell you, Miss Brown made some of the best sloppy Joe I ever had. And
Sloppy
them
Joe.
kids- And them kids was looking like,
Like what's this?
how do I eat it?
Yeah, it's falling out. That's when
Pick
you
it
know
up,
it's
like,
good. When you lift it up and it fall out the side.
It's called sloppy Joe.
I'm gonna do you one
that
better.
hunch over, keep going.
Sardines.
Canned sardines.
When last time you had sardines and crackers? Grilled cheese sandwich?
Oh, I mean, I agree.
Yeah, but kids be like, what's this? Ain't no meat in this. I do you one better. The Uncle John sausage with the white bread with the mustard.
You right on time with the summertime.
I thought you were about to say potty meat.
Tell my sardines, my dad substituted for me a couple months ago, and he left a can of sardines and some little oyster crackers in my drawer.
With some hot sauce. You told him
Like
to do that.
that I wasn't prepared to see it. I'm looking for a pen or something.
Did you eat it?
I didn't. I took it back. I took it back to him because I knew he wanted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I knew
he left it. Yeah.
he meant to eat that.
But he would have sold you out about that.
Yeah, like
about the
now,
sardines.
He was gonna ask me about it later. So like,
Now, I ain't had no sardines since Pop died, but boy, when he was living, boy, I tell.
Summertime here, man. I'm waiting to pinch that sausage off the grill with that white bread.
With
right
that
now.
bread, and then
Give me
just,
that-
like y'all
that-
said earlier,
I like
just that little line,
just a little line.
Yeah.
just a
a little
little
bit of
line,
mustard,
just a
red
little
pepper.
taste of mustard. Tear that bitch up, boy. You feed that to these kids.
It just
You
look
done,
like-
you done lost your job. You done quit.
You done lost your job.
Quit.
My daddy done
This
went
is
from
real.
have got to have
Boy,
not.
this a meal. Grilled cheese sandwiches, a tomato soup, a
I'm
vegetable
about
beef
to say
soup.
just regular soup. My
Yeah,
kids ain't really on
Boy,
soup.
mine look at me like,
Right.
what? Don't on hurricane season on time we eat it. But I'm just saying. But yeah, the things kids call struggle meals, we like to this day. And boy, let me tell you, so I know somebody that be like, oh, boy, I can pull out $100. I can eat steak when I want to. Bitch, I eat steak 2 or 3 like,
Really?
like
It's in the freezer.
boy, let me tell you, a bit boy, Uncle John sausage between a white piece of bread with some mustard.
Yeah.
Boy, look here. That's some of the finest.
Give me that and a plate of baked beans and potato salad. I'll take that over steak and asparagus
Boy,
and
look
mashed
here.
potatoes
Boy,
right
that's
now.
a good deal.
Look.
You talking about true itis? Mess around had 2 pieces of motherfucking Uncle John sausage between two pieces of white bread with some mustard.
And a cold bill.
And a cold meal and a side. Like you said, baked beans, coleslaw, potato salad. Big chop.
Look, where Rock at? He in there on the couch.
Laid out.
Yeah.
Laid out.
Boy, look here. Like Beanie Weenies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he said.
yeah,
Right on top of that right.
Listen, on
Huh?
that
That's
right.
what he said. On top of that right.
Dirty rice. Ground beef on top of rice.
Chicken and rice.
Chicken
all
and rice.
that.
Oh yeah, chicken and rice.
I
What?
put it in baked beans.
I'm gonna tell you, my grandma May used to make okra and tomatoes for my
Oh,
granddad.
with onions?
Like my
Oh,
like,
over some rice?
like put that over rice. Like my grandma, it was like a once.
I'm
a
on you with
once
that.
a
I,
week
yeah,
snack.
I eat it now, but when I was
Pop
younger, I
made
look
a
at that and be like, no.
Pop made a mean egg sandwich, and he made a mean okra. That's the last time I really eat okra, dog. When Pop made it, boy, look here.
Yeah.
Skins. Kids don't eat skins nowadays, especially with some hot sauce on it. Neck bone. You try to feed a kid nowadays some neck bone?
They eat pickle eggs?
Yeah, pickle eggs.
They eat them? No.
Oh,
Right? Hot sauce and all that.
Feet, pig feet.
Oh, pig.
Hot sausage,
They were
yeah.
touching pig feet.
No,
I bet.
hell no.
Tear
Boy,
pig
look-
feet up.
But then they don't have house stores no more either. That's the bad thing about Newtown.
That's something my grandma had. Like Nana had.
Yeah, that's what I'm
she had
saying.
a
Boy,
stove.
y'all grandma was like one of the biggest house
Listen,
stores.
that's why I say, man, like, listen,
Sarasota.
that Atkins she wore it, like we carrying that on right now, man. We are.
I think something y'all had mentioned it earlier and was talking about like what's the difference in Newtown, and I think it's like the community.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think not only the demographics change because they basically
Gentrification.
outprice a lot of people, but like the community is different.
Yeah.
Because I can remember getting something to Miss Annie or getting something to Miss Willie Mae for something my grandma needed for something she was cooking.
On the tab.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, nah, she just sent it over there.
Or
You know
go to
what I'm
Helen
saying?
Stove, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was, you know what I'm saying? I think the community piece is the biggest difference. But
You talking about getting sent, but talking about getting punished by somebody else who stay on
Oh
the street
yeah.
down the road.
Back in the day, you get your ass whooped.
You know I'm gonna tell you
Like,
mama,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you grandma, like,
yeah.
that part of the community has changed too with let's just face it, like the age of grandmas has significantly decreased.
That's because grandma was nowadays 33, 34.
Right, you know, so like that's a real thing.
They in the club too.
Yeah, like they hanging out, like so like that's the thing. Like the community dynamic has changed in that fashion
That's
as
real.
well.
That's real.
Yeah.
But where we from, you can stay in the quote unquote hood and have oceanfront property. Everybody stayed on Coconut. Everybody stayed on 301, 41.
You less than a mile and a half
From
or
the
a mile
ocean.
and a half
Right.
away from from
Right.
Sarasota Bay.
And they doing gentrification. But where we from, you can stay in the so-called, what most people call it the hood, but you got oceanfront property. Because you can look out your back window and see water. That's where we from. We on the coast.
That's our key, baby.
And
That's
so-
the key, bro. The best beaches in the country.
White sand. Oh yeah, Siesta Key
No,
always
in the
ranked
world.
top 3. Yeah,
In the
in the
world,
world,
too, yeah.
top 5 in the world. Sometimes when they switch it up, but yeah, and that's you so-called in the hood, but yet you in front of some of the best beachfront property or waterfront property in the whole country, if not in the world.
Yeah.
That's where we from. That's why when we say Newtown and Newtown Nation and we be on that 941, that SRQ, that's because, again, you can say what you want. One thing about the Handwrite podcast, we ain't gonna speak nothing but facts. Sarasota, Florida, Newtown, second currently oldest black community in the United States. Unfortunately, because of all the other communities that was before us that got destroyed for whatever reasons. But Newtown, Sarasota, Florida, second oldest. And boy, that Newtown Nation, we proud around here on that 941.
Proud.
Yes, sir.
So with that
Give
being
people the call
said,
sign real quick. We
Go
ain't
ahead,
getting the
bro.
call. So we gave y'all our top 5 struggle foods and everything that we had out there. So y'all give us some of the things that we didn't say. And y'all
That
might
hamburger
have.
help?
Yeah, indeed. You can hit us
Fried
up at your
bologna.
Hamwrite podcast.
Fried bologna.
And that slid in the middle. Hit us up at your Hamwrite podcast
That's
at
when you know it's done.
gmail.com. That's YAHAMRIGHT podcast at gmail.com. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. How many countries, dog?
96, right as we speak.
96.
96. Busting them over the head. And thank y'all for that.
Let's get that number to 100.
Indeed. Let's get it there.
We'll
All
be
right,
there.
man. So bring us in. What we got?
All right, so
What we
we're going to
got?
talk
What we
about that Carmelo Anthony. So Carmelo Anthony, who was convicted of what, 2nd-degree murder
Yeah.
of his classmate at a track meet, he got sentenced to 35 years.
35 years, dog.
I gotta say this. It's crazy how certain people can get committed and found guilty of the same crimes and get way less time. And Carmelo Anthony gets sentenced 35 years. Now it's always three sides to every story. Their side, your side, the truth. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, 35 years for second-degree murder.
My thing with that, dog, is that they did 4 days of testimony. 4 full days of testimony. It took the quote-unquote jury of his peers less than 3 hours to come back with a guilty verdict.
But no black person on
Not
that jury.
damn one. And that's why I did the air quotes with jury of his peers.
But it's the jury of his peers, but none of his peers is on the jury.
Well, you done something for me to say now?
Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
It's been some controversy, but at the same time, I'm on both sides of the fence because I feel like we all about around the same age. We old school. If you lose a fight,
you live to fight another day, Craig.
You lose.
Yeah. You go round 2, you go round 3. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you keep going till you get a win. Weapons only come when it's life or death. But at the same time, when you dealing with bullies and whatnot, and certain people say, hey, the victim was a bully, him and his twin brother, and based on what the things the dad has said through the last few weeks and few months, you feel like, hey, the dad's on some other stuff. He's on some rhetorical racist stuff. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. The kids was on some bully stuff. I'm on both sides of the fence. I mean, I'm going to be honest, because at the end of the day, I'm old school. I feel like, if you lose round 1 or 2, you fight to live another day, you throw them hands. I don't know. Like I said, I'm on the fence, but I do think it's different circumstances based on skin color, because Kyle Rittenhouse, he messed around, went out his way to go to Black Lives Matter movements, and he caused, he killed 2 people. And he was like, oh, it's self-defense and all this stuff here, but you went out your way to go against peaceful protesters.
Approaching the lane of premeditated.
Exactly. But at the same time, again, I'm old school. I feel like, hey, if you lose a fight, that don't mean you sit there and pull out a weapon and kill somebody. You run it back till you get the best of them. So that's where I'm at with mine. I do think it's unjust 35 years.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the ending of this is not expected, unfair. There's data that's been, that's been processed and read and understood of how African Americans, Black people get what's the word I'm trying to think of? But get more time.
Systematic reparation.
Yeah, that as well. But for me, with a lot of these stories and things that come up, I go back to the beginning of how it happened. A lot of stuff where we touched on earlier throughout this recording of how I was raised, how communities different, things like that. Right. And starting with my dad, just how we were raised and how we handle and conduct ourselves in different situations. It's something I teach. I teach math at Venice, as we said before, and I got predominantly white classes. Right. I tell them, listen, I am a big Black man. I have lived a different life than you are. My life right now is still different than yours.
Yeah.
And how I conduct myself in here and outside of here is totally different. Mm-hmm. But that's something that has been taught from me, from my dad, from when we were younger, and being big Black young men. Like we said, we can go back to all these cases from way back when, bring up name Trayvon Martin, things like that, of how we unfortunately have to conduct ourselves in public situations, even in private situations of what needs to happen. I did football, but I also did track as well. So I'd have been to these track meets. I know how I go. I'd have been where it rained. I'd have been where it's hot, where you're looking for shade, looking for cover, things like that. And I know how I traveled when I was in school. We traveled in packs. Yeah. So I'm not sure why he was
street your zip code.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure why he was by himself and then decided to take shelter at a rival school that appeared to be obviously predominantly white. Or I don't know if it was not, because I didn't do that much research into it.
All of us what is Dallas
It's
suburbs?
Texas. Yeah, so
like everybody doing all right.
So yeah, so like my thing is, if I go for a quick pause underneath this tent to take a break from the rain, and I see as an issue how I raised, unless it's a real issue and something I need to handle, yeah, I'm gonna handle it with my hands. But if not, and it's I need to get from the tent, this ain't my tent. I'm gonna go to where my people's at anyway. I done ran in the rain. Go and get wet, get back underneath your own people's tent. So it's unfortunate, I start with that saying he probably could have made this better for himself by removing himself from that situation.
Yeah.
Then, like you said, going into it with, all right, so now you can't box. So you can't box.
See your mouth to roll check your ass can't catch.
Like I said, like Doom said earlier, our dad put us in karate. He put us in some self-defense stuff. We
Plus
have,
he glossy, so
yeah, we have learned some things of our life. We learned some things of our life. Well, I wouldn't. Was I carrying a knife in high school? Maybe.
No, you weren't.
Okay, right. I wasn't carrying a knife in high school.
You was.
I wasn't. So like, I mean, I would have had. I would have. We would have boxed, and maybe his twin brother would have had to jump in, and then it would have been a different situation.
Yeah.
So I like that's kind of where I go to with this situation, with how us as African Americans, male, females, old, younger, have to not put the situation in somebody else's hands to make a decision on our future, our lives, our whatever it is, and that's where I go with it. But like I said, go back to his upbringing, his community, his school, his teammates. I think have a big part in that as well, and I hope we all can learn from it in that aspect.
Yeah. Well,
So
I mean, right now they're going against it, obviously.
Yeah,
so they're gonna fight it. But 35 years, that's still a jagged pill to swallow for what went down, and knowing the situation, what happened. Look, I'm like you, because I'm on both sides of the fence too, because you got a knife at a high school event. That's obviously.
But it was legal
one.
to take that knife into the stadium.
you say it's legal? Or
It was
Texas
legal.
is
It was
okay.
legal, right?
Okay, but
Yeah, I
that
didn't know
brings
that.
something else. Now,
Yeah,
what
that's-
he did do was tell him, "Hey, look, don't put your hands on me now.
Right. And y'all known for bullying.
Don't put your hands on me now." So, and in the words of D. Ham, if you do what I say to tell you not to do, you got to take what come with that.
Right.
Right, it's consequence for your action.
So,
Yeah.
and
Cause and effect.
Yeah.
and he took it, but again,
See, so-
35 years is steep. Man.
Yes,
35
that
years
is.
steep. So I guess we'll figure out more once the
It's a sad
appeal.
situation on
Yeah,
both
once
sides.
the
Yeah.
appeal
Both
goes through.
families, they're taking a loss.
Yeah,
Right,
condolences to the kid who lost his life and everything.
Because I would not want to be that parent or a parent or know somebody who lost their kid lives as a teenager, and for something that I feel could have been avoided.
Right.
on both sides.
Because if
Both of them lost a son.
the bully is a bully,
That's a good
the
point.
parent on that side should be doing a better job of not allowing this kid to be a bully who's a known bully at a different high school.
And the
You know, like
dad,
that's a
boy,
that's a lot.
the stuff that came out of dad's mouth the last few weeks and the months is like atrocious. Like it's like seemed like the apple don't fall too far
it's
from the
inbred,
tree.
man.
Him and his brother, his twin brother, were bullying people and whatnot. But at the same time, like I said, we all old school, where you lose round one, you come back for round two, and like we don't
like Street Fighter round two.
Round two, you don't pull out a weapon because you got your ass whooped. Like you run it back.
Yeah.
What you gotta say about it, bro?
I think it's a sad story, just saying through and through, and I'm pretty sure so many other aspects of children and teachers and coaches' lives have changed in that Dallas metro area because of this incident.
Right.
Because this ain't like it happened yesterday. This happened a couple years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And where were the adults? Where were the administrators? Where were the
campus security.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of
Under
different
that tent.
people that you can pull
Coaches.
into it. But when you start talking about blame, you go back to who initiated, who executed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and those two people are the ones at the center of it. I wish everybody involved well. I don't know. I couldn't fathom losing my son at a track meet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but I also couldn't fathom my son being so intimidated, so afraid from
Bam.
multiple aspects that he felt the need
To carry a knife.
you know what I'm saying, like to hurt somebody in the manner that he did so that he's living. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wish them all, you know what I'm saying,
Man, look,
as best as they could, but it's you pulling from both sides of the spectrum, and I don't know. I don't have an answer.
you said you had an answer. You said the best a couple minutes ago, man. And when you said it, I was like, damn, you're right. Both families have lost a son.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's sad
families
about
have
the whole
lost a son.
situation, but at the end of the day, the thing that gets me is the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You can't sit there and say racist rhetoric or say things in front of your kids and don't think they're gonna sponge up and absorb.
Oh, yeah, they learn.
You try to instill values and points to your kids that's right by law. Like he did wrong. Like at the end of the day, saying, "Oh, you know, they said this, they did this." The boy had a knife for a reason. Now, was it the rightful reason? I'm not saying it was or wasn't. But at the end of the day, he felt the need to have it. Let me get down to the nitty-gritty. Constitutional rights says a jury of your peers. Ask me how many black people was on the jury.
Not
How many
now.
black people's on the jury?
Zero.
How does the attorney let that slide though?
Well, there were 8 qualified black jurors that were supposed to be on there who came and who got interviewed or whatever, and they got ruled out for just other reasons. You know what I'm saying? They have biases.
Well, they couldn't call another 8 to see.
Boy, these big ass ears I got, I hear everything. Boy, all I know is constitutional rights is a jury of your peers.
Yeah,
man.
How is I'm a jury of my peers and I got 0 black people
that's
on
why
there?
that's what the appeal's about right there. The appeal is for juror tampering or none of them.
Boy,
not
just to
having
show
a
his
proper
grits.
jury. That's why they're doing the
Just to show his grits
it's
grocery.
gonna fly.
If I get I need a jury amongst my peers. If it ain't no mixed person or no black person on that bitch, that's a violation of my constitutional rights. And these big ass ears know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, if you get one, I'm gonna bust up in there.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Your Honor.
So how?
Your Honor.
So how was the jury of my peers when ain't no black people on there? And boy, I keep telling y'all, we keep telling y'all all the time, it's different strokes for different folks. Get out there and vote.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was about to mention that on the way off of this topic. It's like I can recall over the last decade my peers talking about how their vote don't count.
But they don't vote, but complain.
But there's so many different
I love y'all.
votes that
How they think
would
stuff
have
changed in
counted
Newtown
for the people
because somebody
over there in
represented them.
Dallas if certain people were in office, if certain people were brought up to be these judges, certain people were placed in these different situations where they dictate policy. And I think voter advocacy is actually important and something that we should
Listen, you
should highlight.
You got to go out and vote so heavy that they have to blatantly cheat to keep it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you can't leave it up to them.
You got to outpace
Like,
the
I'm
numbers.
saying,
Like,
like,
don't leave it up to the
don't leave it up to nobody else.
Hey, I
Don't
played.
leave it up to-
Hey, I played at Booker High School in the early 2000s.
Don't leave it up to the ref.
You waiting on the refs?
refs.
If you waiting on the refs to get you that win, you're a fool.
So we gonna run this back, obviously.
Man, but listen,
we run this
we done
back
had
off.
coaches from other schools come to Booker. We done had coaches come from other school to Booker and be like, man, damn, this will be happening when you coaching that Booker. Yeah, man. Like that's how I be.
Oh man, you can leave. We'll get it up.
Yeah, we get it up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that thing crazy, man. Like, and that's the thing. And y'all know firsthand from not only the political standpoint, from y'all daddy being the first black mayor in the town that we reside in, but also just from the educational standpoint and the coaching standpoint and the mentorship standpoint. Like, how do you sit there and think that's okay to like guide your people into this or think this is cool to be some type of way? Like, treat people how you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. Like, what makes you think this is okay?
Yeah, I think the golden rule should actually be implement it more.
Right.
Like, because when I'm wrong, I actually want to be called out when I'm wrong.
And constructive criticism and take accountability.
I want to be able to curve what needs to be so that I can be the best version of myself.
Right.
Same thing when I'm doing right. Like, you ain't even got to celebrate me, but just leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? Like that's my, that's
and
how
set
I
a good
live.
example for the kids.
Yeah, like I think if you treat people the way you want it, well, when I treat people the way I want to be treated, stuff turns out right.
And that's what we say.
Mm-hmm.
Good karma and bad karma come out, and treat people how you want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, man. So I think we about to ride this one out.
Y'all close us out, man. Bro, what you got to say, Doom?
I would like to say thank you, Miss Brown. Love you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Alexander, Ari, Naomi. Love you working on being a better version of myself. Appreciate my parents, all of y'all, grandparents, living and dead, and my family in general. I'm not here without y'all. Thankful for y'all, and I'm trying to make sure that we leave a legacy that is impactful and remembered for years to come.
My man.
Rock, what you got to say?
One time for my Savage, Miss Savage, and the kids got Beatrix, Baraka, Bo, and Briella. Thankful for them and the man they've helped me to grow into, the father as well. At least my father and my mother and all those that have helped raise me to be the man that I am. Grateful for the 941 and what has happened and how that's helped me grow. ODA, Booker High School on the University of Miami. Coach Fred, Sherm, Leroy. Got to see him the other day at IMG meet. But no, man, I'm thankful for really thankful for this and 941 and you gentlemen for having us on, man. We thank you and wish you all many success and hopefully this get y'all to that 100 countries and many more, man. And like you say, look, we'll be back if y'all have us.
I would say thank you for the opportunity, because y'all dudes been putting in y'all work, and we see you moving, we see you grinding. Hopefully, not even hopefully, we just expecting great things from y'all. Any way that we can contribute, please let us know.
Better days coming. That's right. For everybody. Better days coming, man.
Yeah, better days, man.
All right. Well, with that being said, check this out. So we've been trying to get this happening for a little minute. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know I don't bite my tongue. You know what I'm talking about? We've been trying to get this a little minute, but life be lifing. We all got families. We all working. We all got schedules. You know what I'm saying? So we finally made it happen. Them boys, like, that's another part we ain't talk about. Them boys nice on that grill. Y'all already know we pick us the ham around here, so we gonna do we gonna set up a Battle of the Q, a barbecue at the SRQ. You know what I'm talking about, Sarasota. So y'all be sure to check us out. Man, look here, I appreciate y'all boys being on here. Like, we've been trying to set this up for a little minute. Well, we went to school together. You know what I'm talking about. We all went to school together. You went to school with the sisters or whatever. We all went to school with Maggie and Justin and whatever.
Shout out Kara.
These some real brothers.
Shout out Maggie Hamilton, Smart Team, Booker Middle, all y'all, Jazz, Bradley, Calvin White, Shaquille Bonham. Who else was in that group? Smart Team, Booker Middle.
Rob, what you got to say?
All us.
I ain't got nothing. Right now, shout out to the band count. Band count, we know who that is.
Yeah,
shout out to Me and Mines, you know what I'm talking about, bro. As always, we doing our thing, you know what I'm talking about. Trying to stay grinding, stay shining, stay blessed. Hey, check it out, though. I mean, we going to leave y'all with this. Time don't stop for nobody. But one thing about it, time going to stop for everybody.
At some point.
Some point. So make the most of it, you know what I'm talking about.
I ain't never heard that before.
I ain't heard like that either.
But it's your hair right. You know what I'm talking about?
I heard like that either.
Hey, so make the most of it between what you got between the starting and the finish. You know what I'm talking about? Stay grinding, stay shining, stay blessed. And boy, them tornadoes go, hey, we gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm talking about?
Stand up for that soda.
SRQ 941.
The opinions you just heard were solely the opinions of your Handwrite podcast. Our intent was to inform and entertain, definitely not to offend. We hope you enjoyed.